kills tens of Chechen terrorists in Jisr al-Shughur. Russian intelligence follows direct communication between armed men from Caucasus and American intelligence. Mass demonstration in Liwa al-Iskenderun and Ankara condemning Erdogan's support of terrorism. And al-Saud aggression continues against Yemen as Yemeni army regained control over Abyei coast. Good afternoon. Syrian Arab Army units eliminated tens of al-Nusra terrorists within strikes the army carried out against their gatherings to the east of the brick factory and several towns in Idlib countryside. A military source pointed out to the killing of dozens of Chechen terrorists at the south entrance of Jisr al-Shughur town. Air forces also destroyed a convoy of vehicles for transporting terrorists and others loaded with heavy machine guns on the axis of Al-Jandudiya and Jisr al-Shughur, destroying 3 vehicles carrying heavy machine guns in Majdaliya in Ariha district. In Homs countryside, air forces destroyed a number of ISIS vehicles to the east of Jizal field. In Dar al-Balad, Syrian Arab Army carried out an ambush in Al-Masri square, killing and injuring several terrorists. Meanwhile, Syrian Arab Army units destroyed 3 dens of al-Nusra in Al-Dawha village in Kunaitira countryside. President Vladimir Putin said that the Russian intelligence monitored direct contacts between terrorists from North Caucasus and representatives of U.S. security agencies. In the documentary The President, which will be showed on the occasion of the anniversary of electing him as a president, Putin stressed that terrorists should not be used for solving political and geopolitical issues, because if they were supported in a place, they would spread in another, and surely they will hit those who had supported them. The Iraqi army continues chasing ISIS terrorists in al-Ramadi of Al-Anbar province after inflicting them heavy losses. Iraqi sources said that the army forces defied an attack by ISIS terrorists on the fence lines of Al-Ramadi city, killing dozens of them, as the army also defied another ISIS attack and targeted military points west of Al-Ramadi, inflicting heavy losses on them. The Saudi regime continues its artillery shelling on the border areas with Yemen. Furthermore, 2 Yemenis were martyred after targeting a bus south of Yemen by al-Saud, whereas a Yemeni source said that the 2 citizens were martyred and 5 were injured after targeting a bus for travelers in Lahaj province by Saudi aggression aviation. Erdogan's security forces suppressed a mass demonstration organized by the Popular Assembly for condemning the aggression against Syria. The Turkish police used bullets for separating people, while the demonstrators raised banners demanding Turkey to stop training terrorists in Sancak, condemning Erdogan's government and its crimes against Syria. On the other hand, the independent MP Rafik Arilmaz stressed that there is nothing called moderate opposition in the terrorist ranks. Rather, they are murderers trained by Erdogan's government. Thousands of Syrian Armenians participated Sunday evening in a candle march from El-Zablatani area to St. Marsarkis Armenian Orthodox Church in Babsharki under the motto, I Remember and Demand, marking the centennial of the Armenian genocide perpetrated by the Ottomans. The Armenian genocide, including acts of killing and slaughtering of more than 2 million people at the hands of the Ottomans, took place between 1915 and 1923. Participants lit candles and raised placards stressing their commitment to the rights of the Armenian people. The The candles were laid down near the cornerstone of the memorial of the Saint Martyrs of the Armenian Genocide at the square which carries their names in Damascus. A statement was recited on behalf of the Armenian people through which they called upon the future generation to maintain the national heritage of the Armenian people and to struggle for restoring their legitimate rights. The statement urged the UN member states and the international organizations to restore the historical justice and to respect the memory of the victims of the Armenian Genocide, calling on Turkey to admit and condemn the genocide carried out by the Ottoman Empire.
100 years have passed since the genocide. This is a new stage of struggle in the Armenian history. It's a new political international movement. We appreciate Syrian rule. It was the first country in the world to receive the displaced Armenians, so this country is sacred for us.
We are going to commemorate the Armenian genocide, but this time we are commemorating not the victims, but the holy martyrs of the Armenian genocide. So we're starting our march from this place, which was called Chechnya camp. It was the camp of refugee Armenians 100 years ago. And we are marching from here toward to the new announced the Holy Martyrs Square near to the Armenian church in Babsharki, to say that our march is march of life, march of resurrection, and we choose for that the words "I remember" and "I demand." I remember what happened 100 years ago, and I demand justice. I demand the rights of the victims that they were killed 100 years ago by the Turkish government and Ottoman government.
With this, we conclude our news for today. Thank you for watching. For more details about Syria and the region and to view this bulletin again, you can always visit our website in English, syriaonline.sy. Now to latest business and market news with Serena, but after a short break.